Alright, hello there, fellow human. This is Papa Swiper, and you're on the, Papa Swiper podcast, episode 2. This is gonna be a 24-minute episode, so I'm just gonna be talking about random shit for 24 minutes in about 12 seconds, approximately 12 seconds and 24 minutes. I don't know, because I didn't pay attention to the clip. No, it's actually 24 minutes and 37 seconds, so I'm just gonna stall because I have nothing to talk about. I'm not really that interesting, as you'll find out. Earlier, I was in a Minecraft game with my friends, and well, I wouldn't really say friends. We were just playing Minecraft, and we were in a Minecraft world, and out of nowhere, Greg Heffley became a subject, and we started talking about Greg Heffley, and out of nowhere, we said, what would Greg Heffley sound like if Greg was mixed with testicles? And me being me, said Gregsticles, and it was funny. Then I started talking about people being a registered Greg's offender, which is a sex offender, but with Greg in the name, making it really funny. I think everybody should laugh at that joke. That joke was super funny, incredibly funny, beyond. It was just incredibly funny. Everybody laughed. Everybody who's watching this is laughing. They're dying of laughter as we speak. You know who else is dying? Kids in Africa. That's not a joke. They're fucking dying. Anyways, other than the awkwardness, I like water. Water's a really cool thing in our modern day society. I think it's really useful for people to drink water. Water could help you in many situations. Like let's say if you're drowning, if you swim up, get out the water, you could breathe air. It's really not that difficult to learn how to swim neither. Swimming's a very easy concept. It's not that difficult to learn. You gotta learn it at a young age, get some muscle memory in there. And yeah, that's how you can swim. Now, another thing I want to say, is it possible, alright, to make an infinite water source? So let's say if you get a bottle of water, you drink it, and you pee in the same bottle of water, the empty bottle of water. If you consistently drink it, would that be considered an infinite water source? Because, it's water. If you consistently drink it to the point where you're pissing nothing but water, could you possibly make an infinite water source? I don't know. I'm not really that smart, but that's just a theory that I've been thinking about, and I've been sleeping on it. I've been losing sleep because of that. It wasn't really. It's just confusing sometimes when you're like a young rapper. Speaking of rappers, I've been thinking lately if I should make a rap song or not. I don't know if I should or not, because rapping is I'm really good at rapping. I'm too good at rapping, in fact. In general, I could just bust a rhyme like Playboy Cardi, Cardi B, Drake, 6ix9ine, KK, XXX Tintos, some honorable mentions. I just stomped the fuck out of that guy right there. Look at that bitch, stomped him like a baby. Now you see that guy? Fucking punched. Look at that bitch. Just got his neck broken. Broke his neck. Now, if you look closely, you can see that I'm failing to climb up this wall. Very difficult. As you can see, I failed. Now I'm on the wall. I stared there. I jump. Now you may be wondering, what is in the canister? Well, I'll tell you. Drugs is in the canister. There's drugs in the canister for a various number of reasons. Now, back to another topic. I think that space is a strange concept. So I don't think space is real, which makes no sense. But I'm talking about like a blank space, because if a blank space, let's say there's a black hole, the black hole isn't real because it's nothing. And if it's nothing, then it's not real because it's nothing. Okay, that made no fucking sense. I am really tired. I haven't slept at all. So my mind's just disintegrated in pure confusion and blankness and emptiness. I can't really think properly. One earlier, I walked my dog. I took her to the park with my dad. It was really nice. Very wholesome walk. It was like 10, 11 some p.m. in the morning, and then we left. Got some tacos. Tacos were good. They were my uncle's tacos. We got my uncle owns a taco truck. Next to now, there's a guy that works. There's like a. So think about it. There's a taco truck, and then there's there's another little cart thing that this guy owns. He sells churros, fucking good churros. They're delicious. 10 out of 10. Would eat them again. It's phenomenal how they taste. It's an absolute blast whenever we go and get them. In school, I asked my teacher if it's legal to smuggle a questionably aged Navajo boy into the state of America. Now, him being him, my PE teacher, who's a fucking chill guy, honestly. Shout out to my PE teacher. Cool guy. You should come on the podcast sometime. Really cool guy. He was like, he explained to me why it would be possible, but it would not be a good idea, because smuggling people through the country without their papers is illegal, and that is why you should not do it. But I do it either way because I need to sell them to human sex trafficking and pay my rent and my child support. So, I was chilling in my red bed, being me, listening to some music, I don't know, probably fucking, I don't know, some fucking music. I was in a relaxing mood, I was in a peaceful state. My state was peaceful. But then I started thinking, what if aliens, right, are already on Earth and have been hiding among the humans for millions of years? Now, I'm talking about bugs. Like, every time you see a bug, they just look so unnatural. But you see them so much, you get used to how they look. Like, I mean, you still get disgusted at looking at them, but they're just so fucking ugly. Like, you just get... Okay, you're telling me right now, some wings that are just... They have these little wings. Alright, little fucking wings, and they could fly. It's like, it makes no sense. Oh, your wings are like centimeters big. Your body is barely not even an inch, and you can fly. That's not fair. Like, birds, okay. The bird's biology, the bird's anatomy, it makes sense. The bird, his wings, and then the bones, and it's so construct. But a bug makes zero sense. Like, it makes absolutely no sense. Not only that, how do you dissect a bug? I want to know how to dissect one. It makes no sense, because their body is just so fucking small. You can practically smash it with a toothpick with ease. Or you can stomp it with your foot, no trouble. And not only that, there won't be any guts. It'd just be in this pile of emptiness. It'd just be just a pile of smush. And that is what shocks me. And I don't really think that bugs are human. I think that bugs are like aliens, or like alien ships that hide among us, and if they go back into like the secret area, report. That's why, it's just really suspicious. I've been playing Among Us a lot lately, and I've been thinking how fucking, how different it's changing. Every time I get into Among Us game now, it's always the same fucking thing. There's always that one person who is just camping on cameras. He's ruining it really for imposter. You unironically camps on cameras, just waiting for someone to do something somewhat suspicious, and you say, oh, they're the imposter, cause they were doing a task, and it took them too long. Like, there was a start, like one time, right, this guy was taking forever to do wires. Now, when I first learned, it didn't take me that long to do wires, but I mean, it depends on, like, what you're using, and, if your phone's any good. Yeah, wires could be difficult in different scenarios, but I wasn't in one of those unfortunate scenarios. I was in a better scenario. and he was just like, no, I'm not the imposter because I just suck at doing wires. Wires is not a difficult task. I mean, it's really not. I mean, you're just making your case look bad. Other than that, it's just really poggers and very wholesome in our community. Okay, I don't know what I'm on about. I'm really fucking tired about what, actually, earlier, me and my other friends got in a debate, because he said, if I think it was a 21-year-old, got $5 a year, I mean, $5 a day, or somewhere around something like that, and a 65-year-old got $100 a day, they would both have the same amount of money. And honestly, I don't really think it makes sense. If you do the math, $100 a day, the old guy would have more money. I mean, the younger person would probably have more money because he would live longer. The 65-year-old man could die at any time, any moment. He can slip a banana peel and fucking die. He could fall and not be able to get up. He'll slip, break his legs, be like, oh, busted a kneecap, and then bust a fat ass rhyme. I also really don't agree with the colors black. I don't really like the color black. I do like the color black, but I feel like it's just such an overrated color. So many people use it in our generation. They always say for the same reason, oh, I want to express myself. No, you fucking don't. You just want to look unique. But at the same time, you fail to look unique. You just look dyslexic. You look stupid. You don't look smart. You don't look unique. You don't look different. You look just same as everybody else. Now, people who ruined dyeing hairs, I don't like them. I do to explain it. No, you just want to be unique. Dyeing your hair to express yourself makes zero sense. How is it expressing yourself? Let's say if you start drawing, doing drawings of things, and it was expressing emotions and had a meaning to it. But dyeing your hair is just a color. There's nothing to it. If you pay close attention to it, there's nothing different about dyeing your hair. It's just changing the color and messing up your hair. It's gonna make you go bald early. It's just fucking stupid. Now let's say, alright, hypothetically speaking, Hitler wanted to kill all the Jews because he wanted to express his emotions. So he killed 6 million Jews. Or wait, what was the number? I have no fucking idea. I'm really tired right now, so I don't know. I'll say 6 million. I'm guessing wrong. 6.6 million. I'm not sure. I'm not positive because I don't have my history down. Now, you see, he expressed hatred, and he did express hatred. I don't know why he did it. He was probably sick in the head, but he expressed something, and that was hate. Dyeing your hair does not express anything. I don't see any expression. I just see you having daddy issues. That's not really expressing. That's just you crying for help in a pathetic way. And most people, if you dye your hair, oh, I'm a happy person, I want to dye my hair. It doesn't. I don't. How does it express? I'm done with this one part. Anyways, moving on. Can we just talk about? I feel like the Black Lives Matter protest was a staged effect. I mean, I know that's a messed up thing to say, but if you think about it logistically, why was it that when George Floyd died, everybody forgot about COVID? And that was when people were really nailing down on COVID. People were, making up theories. They were figuring out a lot of things and asking a lot of questions. So in retaliation, the government killed George Floyd. There's a guy with the F-250. There's a fucking airplane right now, a bomber plane about to bomb me right now. Back to what I was saying though, I do think that it was possibly staged in a way, because think about it, everybody forgot about COVID wasn't really talked about. People started forgetting about it, and it was just a horrible mess. People were like, oh my god, George Floyd. Now I feel like everybody could be a victim of racism. I don't really think that one person one minority could be fucking, they could be immune to racism. White people they could be victims to racism. It makes sense if they were victims of racism because they are more targeted now, which makes no sense. You're complaining about people being racist. If you wanted to stop it, show peace. Hold hands. It's not fucking fair that you're blaming something that ancestors did. They had no, like, a modern day white person had no control what their ancestor did over 100 years ago. They had no control of what they did. That's in the past. That was their 400 years. It does. I don't even fucking know. I'm not really smart. I'm sorry, but it doesn't matter. They had no control over it. It makes no sense to get mad at them now when they had no control of it. Just like how you had no control of what was happening. I doubt you would have done anything, but you had no control of it. There's nothing to be mad about. It was something that people thought. People thought that white people were better than black people. Now people are thinking that black people are better than white people. Everybody's equal. If a white guy has a gun, he can do just as much damage as a black person did if he had a gun. It's like, it makes zero fucking sense to say that, oh, you're white, you're racist. No, it takes a lot of building and a lot of evidence to prove that someone is racist. I could be considered a racist for some of the shit I've said in the past, and said it frequently. I say it in a joking way. I'm a sarcastic racist, so I don't know. I'm making shit up right now. Like, let's say you make a joke, right? It's a joke, a harmless joke, a dark joke. You made the joke about fucking Rosa Parks. Let's see here. If we take this in a if we construct the joke, if you take it piece by piece, you see it was a joke. It wasn't meant to be. If it was supposed to be offensive. You were supposed to get offended. I have no idea why you would say that was racist. I am fucking okay. I'm losing my shit right now. All right, I gotta recuperate here. I am making zero sense right now. I am so fucking sorry. Okay, now. Before you leave, think. Alright. Let's say in a different world where white people were slaves and black people were the oppressing white person. They were the slave. They had the whip. You would realize that the same shit would be happening as we speak. People would be calling black people racist. It make no sense. There's the same outcome in each one. Now I know whoever says, "Oh no, the black people would never do such a thing." Yes, they fucking would. Right now they're screaming at white people because they did something in the past that they had no control of. They weren't even alive back then. How could they? You want them to fucking apologize for something they didn't do? Now, it makes zero fucking sense. I don't agree with it, and I don't fucking like it. And that is why I'm starting a petition on GoFundMe. You can sign it, donate to me, so I can get my house back, because the bank took it away. I'm losing my house right now as we speak. They're picking up my shit, my questionably aged Navajo boy. He's in the corner of the room right now. Hold on. Now, he speaks Japanese, I think. I'm not sure. Now, let's talk about sexism for a moment. I don't really think that sexism is a thing. It's the same with black people. Everybody here is equal. If we lived in a society where women were weaker than men, and men got paid more than women, things would be a lot more different. But we don't live in that society. We live in a society where if a woman accused a male of raping her, somehow she'd be given a sort of compensation. She'd be supported. She'd be called strong for making up a lie. If a male did something like that, they'd do some fucking stupid shit. I don't know. I'm not really smart. I'm forgetting. I'm losing my thought right now, my thought process, because I'm starting to think of what I sound like, and I sound like a fucking idiot online mumbling about some dumb shit that really never matters. It technically really doesn't matter what I say. I'm just some guy behind a screen. I'll never change anyone's thoughts or opinions, and at some point I'm gonna fucking die, and That's gonna be cool, I guess. Look. Alright, this guy, you see, look, he's shivering, right? He's cold. Now. Watch this. Look. Ooh. Right there, look at that headshot. Look at that blood. Little period blood. Period, sis. Look at him. He's on his knees and now he's dead. Look at him. Dead. Nothing we can do about it. He's fucking dead. Now, I don't agree with, I don't really agree with much things. A lot of things I really don't like. A lot of things that I hate. I don't really like people. People kind of piss me off. I don't agree with, I don't really agree with, I gotta think of something right now so I can get my political view. I think that the presidential election. Okay, I actually don't want to get into that. That was a stupid thought. I have nothing to say. You know, I gotta stall for another 3 minutes. So before I end the podcast, you know, I want to talk about Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola is a good drink. You know, it's a nostalgic drink. You know, you always remember drinking that Coke at your Mexican friend's house. I don't know why it tasted different and it hit it different and it tasted good and you liked it. Now, can we talk about Mexican Coke? Like bottled Coke. That shit good. That shit hits hard as a motherfucker. That shit's good. I enjoy drinking. That shit's good. I like that. That shit is why I wake up in the morning so I can drink it. It's really good. Now, I hate opening the bottle. I have trouble opening the bottle because I'm really weak. Every time it's like, how do you open the bottle? You gotta, like, figure out a strat here to open the bottle. Unless you have a bottle opener, then you're just cheating because you got a bottle opener. But if you're like me and you don't got a bottle opener, you gotta figure out ways. So I use, the kitchen counter to open my Coca-Cola bottles every time I see one. You know, not the bottles, you know, the glass bottles, you know, they can use to smash over someone's head if they pissed you off. One time, I was leaving a Mexican restaurant and I smashed my Coke bottle. It was half empty, but I was fucking angry and I felt like smashing it, so I fucking smashed it. It was a really satisfying thing. I don't know why, but when you smash glass, it's a satisfying and a soothing sound that you get, and it's rewarded. You get rewarded with the release of anger because you just broke something and you enjoyed breaking it. It was a satisfying you just enjoyed it. Every moment of that, you just fucking enjoyed it. Like when you smash something, you feel this strength. You feel indestructible. It's like when you relieve the strength, you feel this calm, relaxed moment. It's only when you get relieved of strength. Anger. Sorry, when you get relieved from anger, you feel this peacefulness that you enjoy. You enjoy being calm. Being calm is, you know, it's an enjoyable thing. Who doesn't like being calm? You know, when you're in a relaxed mental state, you're a relaxed and calm person in general. You know, you can go to a store without having a problem, have a normal conversation with the cashier. You know, how's your day? You know, let me get this. You know, let me get some ciggies, mate. You get your ciggies, you go home, you smoke the ciggies, you take a fucking nap, you wake up, and then you listen to the Papa Swiper podcast because you're a good person. I mean, you listen to my podcast. Clearly, you're smart. Clearly, you're big brain. Clearly, you're built different. Now, if there's 37 seconds left, this is the end. Thank you for tuning in the Papa Swiper podcast. Thank you for letting me rumble about some dumb shit that you're probably not going to care about and nobody's going to care about in the future. I'm probably going to delete this YouTube channel at some point in my life. Anyways, I hope you guys have a Merry Christmas. Have a jolly Christmas. I hope you get the new PS5 Xbox Series X. I prefer the PS5. But either way, have a good day. I love you guys. And good night.